This week on Warframe, Archon Amar has returned for our Archon hunt, bringing with him a Crimson Archon shard. Sevagoth is our overpowered frame, and Volkar, Lens and Sintra are our powered up weapons. First mission is a spy. This will be perfect for the likes of Loki, Site 09 and Avara. With a good team, this one should be nice and easy. However, if you struggle with a team, this could be a bit of a challenge. Second mission is a defense. Again, this one with any frame that's good for crowd control or DPS is going to be a walk in the park. A Sarin, a Mesa, a Site 09 again could be really good here. And then finally our showdown with Amar. If you're struggling, leave a comment below and I'll drop a guide on how to get this one done. Moving over to Nightwave, this is the final full week for Nora's Mix 7 before it moves on to Nora's Mix 8 next week. We've got 10 days left as the time of recording this video. Our challenges for the week are completing 3 mobile defense missions. Should be a fairly quick and easy one for most people. I believe there's a really low level one on Earth that we can get done very quickly. 3 sabotage missions. Again, there's a really low level one on Earth that if you want to just blitz through it so you can get as much standing as possible for the rest of this season. Super quick and easy, get it done and out the way. First Elite Weekly, complete 5 Nightmare missions. This one could take a little longer for some players. Nightmare missions are some of the stronger missions in game. Survival, complete a survival mission reaching at least 20 minutes. This one should be fairly easy. However, lower ranked players, you're going to struggle with this one, I think. Then on to our permanent weeklies that have been here all season. Exilus Eliminator, defeat 30 Xmas enemies. Mission complete, complete 15 missions. And Warning Shot, defeat 500 enemies. All of those you should just get naturally playing over the course of the week. Should be fairly easy, even if you're not playing all week, just to blitz through them, just to get as much standing as possible and as many creds as possible before the end of the season. Our cred offerings for this week, we've got Ambush Optics, so you lose 50% zoom on the Rubico. We've got a helmet for Banshee, another helmet for Banshee. Bursting Mass for the Mutilus Quanta. This one's usually pretty good if you're using the Mutilus Quanta quite a lot. It's not one I'm going to be picking up myself, however. Corrosive Projection, this is really good for endgame. Really good endgame aura. I'd recommend picking it up if you don't already have one. Cyclone Solstice skin, not something I'll pick up. I'm not really a fan of putting skins on the weapons. A Magnus mod, Deadly Maneuvers. On dodge, gain 400% headshot critical chance for your next 2 shots. This one makes the Magnus an incredible weapon if you're powering it up for crit chance and crit damage. I would recommend using it. Double tap for the Latron. On hit, 20% bonus damage for your next 2 seconds. Really, really good one for the Latron if you're using it, especially if you've got the Incarnate form. Dual Zoran Daggeraxe blueprint. Again, it's a skin, it's not one I'm going to pick up. Feel free if you want it though. Efficient Fiends for the Convectrix. Only consume ammo when dealing damage, which makes it incredibly useful. It just means you can hold the trigger continuously, and it gives you an extra 150% status chance as well. This can actually make the Convectrix an incredible weapon. Emissary Ornament, this one's been here all season, every week. If you haven't picked it up already, if you did want it, grab it. If you don't, again, it's not the end of the world, it's just a decoration. Same with this sigil. Moving over, we've got Enter Nihil's Obliviate. I would pick this one up if you're yet to defeat Nihil, just so you've got it. I'll be releasing a video shortly on how to defeat Nihil if you haven't done so yet or you are struggling. We've got an Excalibur helmet and another one. Some of these are okay, depends on what frame you're using really. I can't remember the last time I used Excalibur, so I won't be picking either of these up. Gara helmets, Grendel, Harrow, Ivara, Jade and Cora. Again, probably won't be picking any of these up. I've already got the Floof, so I don't need that. The Kinetic Siphon Trap decoration. These ones can look okay. If you enjoy decorating, pick this one up. Quite a good one to pick up for decoration. 10,000 Kuva. If if you're lacking on Kuva and you've got spare creds, pick it up. If not, I wouldn't waste your creds on it if there's mods you could be getting per se. Lens, Solstice Skin, Loki helmet, Mesa helmet, Mirage, and Nidus. Some more helmets that could be quite good. This Mesa one is actually quite a nice one. Loot Detector Aura. Minimap shows loot crates if you're going for your Höllvania standings, so you want to pick up your pizzas and your shards and your CDs and your posters. This one is very helpful because the drops show up on your minimap as loot crates. Napalm grenades for the Penta, not a bad one. Penta's not one of the best weapons, so it's probably one I would leave if I had the credits for it. I've gone through the helmets. Nihil's Oberlet, so if you're picking up the key to enter and you haven't got the Oberlet and you've got the points, grab it. If not, it is there every week. You can pick it up at the start of Volume 8, it will still be there. NIGHTWAVE Emblem, Nitane Extracts, Catalyst, Reactors, a couple more helmets before we got one for Nyx, Oberon, Protea and Corvex. This Nyx one is probably not one of the best ones. It's quite ugly in my opinion, especially with Nyx getting its power up recently in its rework. Nyx is actually now a very good endgame frame. If you're yet to use it since the rework, do you want to see a guide on it? I can put something together for you. Could be really helpful for some people. What else have we got this week? Saturn 6 Skit Scene, Saturn 6 Sigil, Sondo Manticore skin. This one's back from the previous weeks. Shield Disruption Aura. This one could be quite handy for endgame, especially on your Xmas strongholds and stuff. Singularity for Nyx. I would recommend picking this one up. This can be very handy, especially now with Nyx's rework. It can make Nyx more viable for endgame. A Titania helmet, a Wukong helmet, another Wukong helmet, and a Zephyr helmet. This Wukong one is actually one of my favourite Wukong ones. It's quite a nice one to have if you haven't already got it. The Titania, the other Wukong, and the Zephyr, if you like them, pick them up. Click into them, have a look what you think. This one kind of looks a bit like Optimus Prime. We've got our normal Vauban pieces, and we've got a Wolf scroll for the K-Drive. I would show you this one, but I can't because I'm using the infected one, which can't put scrolls on, which is a bit of a pain. Moving on from Nora and heading over to Höllvania and 1999. First challenge for the month, to defeat 500 tech rot with abilities. That's a great one to start off summer. It should be really quick and easy if you've got something like an Excalibur with an exalted weapon or a Sight with an exalted weapon. This is going to be a walk in the park for you. It'll give you an easy 3-day resource drop chance booster or a 3-day affinity booster. Affinity booster, great for that mastery rank experience if you've got stuff that needs leveling up. If not, grab your resource booster, just double up on resources for a while. Then we've got Owie's birthday. If you haven't ranked Owie up too high yet with your friendship, or you're not maxed out, it's a great way just to pick up a bit of quick and easy ranking. And we've got some overrides. We've got one for Arthur, 20% melee crit chance. One for Eleanor, on damage, 10% chance to set off 250 radiation. And Owie, 10% energy pickup. On energy pickup, increase ability range by 10% for 10 seconds. They're all pretty poor here, I would say. Not anything I would use. The Eleanor one's probably your best option. You're going to take damage most of the time, whereas your ability range for 10 seconds isn't going to be hugely helpful. And the melee crit chance could be quite helpful, depends on how good your melee weapon setup is. Moving on to our next challenge, to defeat 10 Xmas enemies. This one's going to be done within the space of about a mission. Especially if you're running through a survival, you should get this done really easily. That would then unlock the ability for the choice of a melee arcane adapter and the arcane enhancements. That melee arcane adapter here, they're not often you find melee arcane adapters. Usually you see your primary and secondary. So I'd grab this if I was you. Moving on to August, we've got destroying 150 containers for our first challenge. If you're running through a couple of missions, this one you should just pick up naturally over time. Great if you're resource farming. That will unlock the prize of 2,000 Kuva or an arcane, If you need the Kuva, grab the Kuva. There's better ways and easier ways to get Kuva if you do need it though, so I would recommend the Arcane. Moving on, we've got 300 enemies with melee weapons, which paired with Arthur's unlock here for the 20% melee crit chance could actually be quite quick and easy. You should get this done with a really good melee build very easily. A couple of solo exterminates will get you there, even if you're running in a group survival. 20 minutes, 300 kills, should be fairly quick. That'll give you the ability for an Amber Arcane Shard or a pre-built former. Grab the Arcane Shard, always handy to pick up more as quick and easily as possible, especially for those endgame builds. Next choice on overrides, we've got a 25% chance to cause radiation status when attacks are made by spectres or companions. So if you're running a companion most missions, I don't know why you wouldn't be. This could be very handy. Combo multiplier increase for the chance of enemies being susceptible to finishers. I don't know if you'd pick this one, if I'm honest with you. It's probably one of the worst ones I've seen out of all the overrides we've seen so far. Then we've got a Mirror's one for reload speed, fire rate, cast speed and melee attack speed increased by 100% whilst airborne. If you're bullet jumping, that class is being airborne. If you're jumping, wall running, gliding, any of that, this could be really handy for you. Moving on, punishing 1,000 Scoldra troops at the start of September. Is this one quick and easy? Who knows? Moving on, defeating 1,000 Scoldra troops for the first challenge in September. This one's going to take a little while compared to normal. Normally you're looking at 200 or 300 troops, but 1,000's quite a big jump compared to normal. If you're yet to do this, get a move on with it, 'cause it's going to take you longer than most challenges you see in Höllvania. That then gives us an Exless Warframe adapter or a former blueprint. Grab the Warframe adapter. If you want a former, grab the pre-built former from the previous reward rather than the blueprint. Then we've got some more overrides. Bottled Lightning from Amir, 20% status damage and electricity status chance. Spectres and Companions deal 250% damage, and Quincy add 1.5 meters of punch through to your primary weapons. This Eleanor one here is really good, especially if you're running an endgame build for, say, a Panzerwolf Profiler. Moving on, 500 troops, 500 Scoldra troops with abilities. If you're running an exalted weapon, this shouldn't take too long. It should just be 500 kills. Sight, sniper, Excalibur's, sword, so on and so forth. This one should be a fairly good one for you. Final set of prizes: 3-day resource drop chance booster or an Exless weapon adapter. Personal preference here. If you need to do some resource farming, grab the resource drop chance booster. If you need that Exless weapon adapter, grab it. That's about everything for Höllvania this month. If we head on over now to, let's go see what Bird Free has on offer for us this week in the Sanctum. So this week, Bird Free is offering an Amber Archon Shard as well, so it gives you the possibility for 2 Ambers and 1 Crimson Archon Shard this week. Those Amber Archon Shards can be very handy. Whilst we are in the Sanctum, we've got the Deep Archimedia and the Netracels. I haven't unlocked Deep Archimedia still, so I can't show you the rotation for that, but remember there is always the Archon Shard you can pick up from the Netracels. You've got that common chance of the Tau Forged one there, which is always handy and helpful. Heading on over to the circuit, and we can see what the circuit is offering us this week. So this week's rewards for the circuit, we have Sarin, Vauban and Nova. Sarin is probably still one of the best frames in game. Take it with a pinch of salt. I do run Sarin as my main frame, but as far as I'm aware, it's still probably one of the best frames you can run. And then for our Steel Path rewards and our Incarnon weapons, we have a Dera Incarnon, Sestra Incarnon, Ikina Incarnon, Sybaris Incarnon, and Sycaris Incarnon. All of these are fairly good weapons when run with the Incarnon adapters. Probably not anything I would run as a full-time weapon, but all of these weapons will become endgame viable with that Incarnate adapter. Let's head on over and see what Teshin has for us this week. So this week Teshin is offering us free pre-built former. So if you're yet to, or if you're in need of former, this is a great way to pick up some quite quickly. That 75 Still Essence is usually fairly quick and easy to grab. So I would recommend picking one of these up if you need them. That is everything for this week, other than, and then finally we have the reminder that we've got a hollow point alert for a little bit longer, and we've got the weekly Iatan for Maru, and Clem is after help if you want some more Clem Spectra blueprints. If you need some endo or you just want another Iatan to decorate with, run that Maru mission, you're guaranteed to get one. And that's really everything, I believe, unless we've got any news. We've got Nora coming to an end. We've got, so we've got 10 days left on Nora, so Nora ends on Thursday next week. And we have Zaku Prime Access also coming to an end, with the next Prime coming soon. Hasn't been revealed what the next one is yet, however. I think that's just about everything. So I'll see you later on in the week for my next video, and then I'll see you Monday for my next Warframe weekly video. If this has been helpful, leave a comment below. If there's anything you want me to cover, again, also leave a comment below. Remember to join my Discord channel for your weekly updates, your alerts, any reminders for Gift of the Lotus events and Barrow events. They all pop up in there as a automated message. Jump in and pick up on that one, or just sit in the chat with other Tenno. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you've made it this far, so I know you've made it this far, and I'll see you soon.